off priming my eyes, and I'm using the NARS Smudge Proof Primer. This is a favorite of mine because it really just makes your eyeshadow last all throughout the day. It's gonna prevent any creasing that you might have, and this has just been an OG of mine. I have been using it for such a long time. Okay, so for my eyeshadow today, I'm going to do a lot of layering. I love to layer my eyeshadows because I feel like it just makes them look more blended, and I just really like the way that it looks. So we're gonna be doing some layering, and I'm gonna start off with these eyeshadows by Bobbi Brown. And as you guys might can tell, they're both kind of like these doo-doo brown colors. They're the most unattractive colors ever, but I love the way they look in the crease and they apply really nice and seamlessly. And I'm gonna be using, let's see, I'm gonna use a fluffy brush for this, and this is the Morphe E27. I'm just applying this color back and forth, making sure to distribute the color evenly because I don't want it to be patchy or anything like that. I want it to spread evenly across the crease area. And although this is like a doo-doo brown color, I think it's so beautiful. I love colors like this, especially for the crease area. And I really like to take my time whenever I'm applying this transitional shade because really it is like the base of the look. So you want to make sure that it is very, very blended. You don't want it to be blotchy, just want it to be nice and blended. And one tip that I always like to use whenever I'm applying eyeshadow, if you want the eyeshadow to be more diffused, then you're gonna hold the brush further away from the ferrule. So you're gonna try to hold it like down far. But if you just really want the color to be like packed on and intense, you're gonna hold it closer to the ferrule. And the ferrule is this silver part. So since I want this to be a little bit more diffused because it's our transitional shade, as you guys can tell, I am pretty much holding the brush at the very end. So as I told you guys, we are gonna layer the eyeshadow. So the next shade I'm gonna go in with is an eyeshadow by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and this is in the shade Red Earth. And the brush that I'm using to apply this eyeshadow is a Morphe brush, and it's the M514, and this is a smaller fluffy brush. And I'm focusing this color more on the lower crease area just so I can deepen that area a little bit. You guys will really be able to see the difference between the eye that I'm working on and the opposite eye, because adding this eyeshadow to this eye, it really just deepens up your eye. It makes you look like you have a deeper set eye, if that makes any sense. And I'm bringing this shadow all the way in. I'm bringing this color all the way to the inside of my crease, which is why I wanted to use this smaller fluffy brush by Morphe. And I do have a discount code if you guys are interested in trying out the Morphe brushes. They're definitely some of my favorite ones because they're very affordable, but you get a great brush for the quality. So I'm all about, you know, saving a little bit, beating it with the stick, but getting the most bang for your buck. So now I'm gonna go in with a clean fluffy brush. This is an E40 by Sigma, which I also love the Sigma brushes as well. I have been using them for forever and a day. Like, they are literally my OG brushes, and I do have a discount code for them as well. But I'm just going to go over all of the eyeshadows, or the two eyeshadows that I applied, and I'm just gonna blend everything out to make sure that it kind of flows together seamlessly. So for the lid area, I'm gonna be applying an emerald green color, and because I really want it to pop and be intensified, I'm gonna take this gel liner by Sigma, and I'm gonna spread a very thin layer across my lid area, and this is just going to help the color we apply on the lid just pop a little bit more. Now I'm just going to blend it out a little bit with my finger. And if you have a cream stick or anything like that, that would probably work a little bit better, because that eyeliner is really kind of old, so it's a little bit dried out, but it'll definitely get the job done. I just wanted something that was a little bit darker to make sure that it would just pop a little bit more and show that beautiful, gorgeous emerald shade. The color I'm gonna apply on the lid is by Urban Decay, and it's a beautiful, beautiful emerald green shade, and it's actually called Zodiac, but I think it's so beautiful. And then it also has like tones of blue in it. It's really, really gorgeous. Ooh, and surprisingly, I did not get much fallout, and this is my first time trying this eyeshadow. Oh my gosh, I definitely need more of these in my life. Literally applies like a pigment, but it doesn't give you as much fallout. As you guys can tell, I do not have that much fallout. Absolutely gorgeous. Now I want to deepen up that outer crease area a little bit, so I'm gonna take this dark chocolate brown color. It's from Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's called Beauty Mark, and I'm taking a brush by Morphe, and this is an E17. It's a little bit more dense of a blending brush, so I am just gonna take this and I'm going to apply this color to the outer crease just to really deepen up that area. And here I'm just blending a little bit more. I'm gonna take some mascara. This is the Perversion mascara by Urban Decay. It's one of my favorite ones. So this is actually a new tube, and this will get your eyelashes so long, but I am going to be applying fake eyelashes, so I'm just gonna do a thin coat of this. I'm gonna pop on a pair of fake eyelashes, and I'm using these by Lena lashes, and these are actually called Dimma. I think that's how you pronounce it. So yeah, we're not gonna be applying any liner or anything. We're just gonna pop on these beautiful lashes. So now I'm gonna prep my face for foundation. The first product I'm gonna be applying is by Tatcha, and this is the Pore Perfecting Water Gel. I haven't been using this too much. I think this might be like the second or third time that I've actually used this product, and I'm not really sure how I feel about it as of now. I don't think it's like great, but then again, like I said, I haven't been using it that much. It does seem like it reduces the size of pores, but I don't think it does anything like crazy, if that makes any sense. And because I have to be a little bit extra, I'm gonna apply another primer, and this one is by Makeup Forever, and this is their smoothing primer. Because I have large pores, I just feel like it's always important for me to really make sure that I'm masking these pores so that my makeup looks as flawless as possible. I also like to put it around by my smile lines as well, because it does fill in fine lines. So you guys know that I absolutely live for a matte face. I love a nice matte finish. So a new product that I'm gonna be trying today is the Urban Decay All Nighter Foundation. Super duper excited about this because I've heard pretty good things. I have heard a few mixed reviews, so I'm excited to try it for myself. Now this is an extremely matte foundation, full coverage, and it's also oil free. I have the shades 9.0 and 8.75. I think I'm gonna go more towards 9.0 because I am kind of my summer shade right now. I'm a little bit tan and I don't want my face to look ghostly. So I'm gonna take my little dish and I'm gonna pump. That was one pump. That's 2. So I'm gonna start off with 2 pumps, and I think that's gonna match. It looks like it might match. It is fairly light for it to be a 9.0 shade. I'm not sure how many shades they actually have in this foundation. So I'm gonna spread the foundation all over using my Morphe G9. And this is just what I like to call like a painter foundation brush. Immediately as I apply it, I can definitely tell that it's going to be a matte finish. And it seems like it's a little bit drying, which is okay because I do have oily skin. But I'm just gonna spread this everywhere. Then I'm gonna go back and blend it out with a flat top foundation brush. I think for me personally, I could maybe go up a shade. Like I feel like 9.0 could maybe be like my fall shade, but I feel like for now I probably could have went up to like 9.5, just because my body's a little bit darker than my face, so I don't want it to be looking like Casper, if that makes any sense. But that's just for me personally. But it's a really, really great finish. Like, it is definitely matte. There's no like waiting for this foundation to get matte. It's matte. And I feel like you have to work fast with it, because if you don't, it's gonna dry because it is so matte. So yeah, so far, like initial first impression, I like it because I have oily skin and I do normally prefer a matte finish. Now for my concealer, I'm using a new one, and this is the Kat Von D Lock It Concealer, and I'm using the shade Medium 27 Warm. I picked this up not too long ago at Sephora and I was super excited about it. So yeah, this is what the packaging looks like in case you guys haven't saw it. Ooh, okay, so I'm not gonna apply too much. Just 3 little stripes, because I can get a little bit heavy-handed when it comes to the concealer. So I don't know if it's the foundation or if it's the concealer, but this concealer seems like it is a little bit more of a tacky consistency than what I've been using, but I don't mind that at all. And as you guys can tell, it blended out really, really easy. Now, I did not apply a lot, or what I would consider a lot, just 3 little stripes just to make sure that I got the needed coverage underneath my eyes. But y'all, that blended in real good in my opinion. I think that blended in nicely. I'm just going over everything with this Sigma E34. It's actually more of like a powder brush. When I purchased the concealer, I went ahead and picked up the Lock It Translucent Setting Powder as well, and I haven't gotten a chance to try this, so we're gonna go ahead and give it a try. As you guys can tell, it's still new. It has the seal on it. I'm gonna tear the seal off and see what this bad boy is all about. And to set it, I'm using a new brush by Morphe. This is the R3. It's beautiful. It has rose gold on it. I absolutely love that. And it's tapered at the end, so this brush is gonna be really, really good for baking and setting your under eye. Okay, so like my initial thoughts are, like, I don't know. I really don't know how I feel about it initially. I'm just kind of like, let's see how it works. throughout the day. Because sometimes when you first apply these powders, they won't look that awesome. But then later in the day, as everything kind of sets, it looks a little bit better. Not that I think it looks bad right now, but I feel like I get more of a flawless look initially when applying my Laura Mercier or my Sacha Buttercup. But this isn't bad by any means. Like, it's not doing anything that's making me think it's bad. Yeah, I just don't really have too much of a thought about it right now. Gonna bronze up the skin a little bit. I'm using the Bobbi Brown bronzing powder in 04. And I'm gonna use a bronzer brush by Morphe, and this is the R7. I'm gonna contour a little bit. I'm using my Tarteist Contour Palette by Tarte and Makeup Shayla, and I'm gonna be using the shade 3. I'm gonna take the correct shade out of the Tarte palette, and I'm gonna just clean up underneath that contour line, just so it looks a little bit more sharp and precise. For my blush, I'm gonna be using this palette by Morphe. It has a range of orange kind of peach shades in it, really, really gorgeous. So I'm combining this one right here with a little bit of this. So for my highlight, I'm using a new palette by Makeup Geek. This was created by Makeup Geek and Kathleen Lights. So yeah, I am super duper excited for this. I am going to use this shade and this shade combined together. So this one and this one. And I know you're probably like, wow, that's a weird combination, but I just want to see how the two look. And I'm using a brush by Morphe. This is actually the R36. Really, really pretty highlight. Then a little tiny bit on the center of my nose. Gonna go back in with this chocolate shade called Beauty Mark, and I'm gonna smoke out my lower lash line. And to finish off the look, I am going to be using this matte liquid lipstick by Lena Lashes in the shade Guy. And the lip liner I'm going to use is Rush by Urban Decay. Okay, so this color is a little bit darker than I anticipated. So I'm just gonna cover up the lip liner. I hope you guys enjoyed this talk through tutorial on the Emerald Green Smokey Eye. Be sure to give this video a big thumbs up, and as always, I will talk to you guys in the next video. And also be sure to check out my previous video, which was my updated kitchen tour. Again, thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you all next time. Bye!